Hello, my name is Robert Hollis, and I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. I wanted to talk to you about a subject today, which is called change. You know what? This subject never, let me repeat, never gets old. When you really look at the world, don't you realize that everything is changing and it never stops changing? Now, what's really amazing is that when people get caught up, with the election and what's happening with, Britain exiting the European nation and what's happening with the stock market, all of this stuff, it's amazing to me. It's amazing to me because I was a part of it. I used to get wrapped up in the fear, the fear mongering, all the media, all the stuff that just, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And it's just that this change just consistently continues to happen and it's never ever going to stop. Have you realized that the world is always changing? Do you realize that everything is changing? And one of the things is you get these people that are so scared that it paralyzes you. Fear, false evidence appearing real, or false emotions appearing real. And when we get caught up, it's like we're hypnotized. It's like, I can't wait to see what's happening. And did you know this happens? And I'm human. I'm human, just like you. And, I get caught up in it. I got up this morning. I looked at Google after I did my morning routine, and I seen that it happened. I heard that the guy that was bringing it up, was a nutcase. It was never going to happen. And then I heard that he was actually getting traction with the idea, just a little bit. But then I heard the chances of Britain, voting to leave the Europe, it just wasn't going to happen. And all of a sudden I get up and I see it and I hear the stock market and it's on every channel, just like everything else. It's like the whole entire world never stops changing. And we can do one of two things each and every day, is be human and realize that, that sometimes we get caught up in it. We got caught up in the drama. We get caught in the fear mongering. We get caught up in all this stuff, and we don't realize that it's stealing, massive seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, years. And it's like, we just got to be aware of it. And I know that you can be aware of it. Why? Because I did. One of the things that you realize is, say, listen, that you tell like an off-color joke, or maybe you swear, and, it's like, hey, you're around comfortable people and you're just you. All of a sudden, when you're around people that maybe people say you should respect, or maybe you're around small children or parents with small children, it's like all of a sudden you got this ability to take that switch and go, you know what? I'm going to watch my words. I'm going to be a little more careful. I'm going to try not to swear. I'm going to try not scare the kids. And so we have the ability to do that. And so it's just knowing that it's there, and it's knowing to be aware that it's there. And it's also neat to be, you can't change what you don't acknowledge. And so what you want to do then is you just want to say, I'm doing this. I got to get away from this. And you got to focus on all the positive change. You know what? What's unique about yin and yang, cause and effect, is a lot of people don't realize this. But virtually every time that there's something negative happening, there's a positive that's happening outside of it. There's this whole positive thing. It's not all negative. It's never been all negative. So that's where you hear the statements, the silver lining within, the cloud. We hear all of this, yin and yang. We always hear that if you focus on the positive. Do you realize that if you go back in the history of the world, some of the lowest times were when people figured out how to be able to capitalize on it and change the world. So with the Depression, way back in the 30s, that was the whole revolution of the industrial era. And so more people became successful after the Great Depression than any time in history. But when we see the fall of the, 2008 in the real estate, or maybe the tech bubble, when it went down in the year 2000, you got to understand that this stuff happens all the time. And while everyone is freaking out and going, oh, the stock market's going down, I heard today, again, I told you I'm human. I got caught up in it for a little bit. And all of a sudden, do you realize if the stock market just drops by 500-600 points, that, that's the total amount of money that some people save the whole entire year. One negative thing happens, and everyone freaks out. Well, if you didn't have all your money in a 401k, or you didn't have all your money in the stock market, you had your money in other places, then guess what? This would be a good time to buy. Do you realize the people that got money when this craziness, this is happening. Remember when Denmark or whatever, Norway, they had a financial crisis, and then Greece had one, and look what's happening in Venezuela. And so all of a sudden when the stock market dips, the people that have money buy because they know it's going to correct and come back, and they make more money. But yet the masses, you know what I mean? The masses, the 99.9% of the people, man, I'm telling you what, they just keep getting crushed. You know what I mean? So how do you change that? Well, the way that you take care of change and how you learn to handle change is you change the way you think. You change the way you think. You become more aware. My wife today was playing around with a video game. And I said, on her phone, I said, did you level up? And she goes, yeah. And I go, isn't that what life is all about? That's what life is all about. Is you got to find a different level of joy, a different level of peace of mind, a different level of happiness, a different level of security. Find out what the people are doing. Listen closely. Find out what the people are doing that the economy doesn't seem to affect. It's neat for me to go to my sons and my wife, and the craziness that's happening in the world is not affecting us. It's not affecting us. And so I hope you enjoyed this blog post, Change. We got some incredible change coming for you with Life Mechanic, launching all kinds of new courses, all kinds of new stuff that has to do with Facebook. Make sure that, the time's running out on, the social media profits. Man, I just did a video. You got to check it out. My wife did the blog post yesterday. $274 a day equals over $100K a year, and I can show you how to do that. So anyway, for those of you also that want to take things a little deeper, you know what I mean? If you're saying, listen, I love your videos, but I'd like some personal time with you. Go to lifemechanic.com, click on apply. I believe it's coaching, and you know what? I'd love to spend some personal time with you. You know what I mean? I love hanging around people that are super successful. Now, understand that there's a cost there, but you deserve it. It's worth it. You deserve it. Just like if you were going to hire someone to teach you how to dance, or someone to teach you how to play a musical instrument, or someone to teach you a new language. It's worth it. You're worth it. You're the best investment that you have. So if you want to get results a little faster, or you want to dive a little deeper, go ahead and click on that coaching. I'm looking forward to helping each and every one of you. And never, ever forget, if other people are in the right mindset, they're making things happen during difficult times. They're at peace, they're in joy, they're contributing, they're being fulfilled. They got contribution, they're giving to charity. You need to start following people that the change that is happening is not bothering them. They're embracing it instead of being scared and, oh, what am I going to do? So learn from people that have that mindset. Find out what books they're reading, what they're doing on their morning ritual. Do everything that they're doing, and you get what they got. That's what I learned years ago. That's what Tony Robbins and all the best teachers teach. Find out what successful people are doing and do what they're doing. So anyway, take care. God bless. I appreciate you watching these blog posts, and I know that you can be successful because I did. Take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.